Hey there, Drew here, and welcome back to the Drew Sauer Coaching Channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining us. This channel is for those of us who want to have stellar careers with a little less stress, and if we can, a bit more fun. My job is to bring you ideas that will help you look at your career in a new way. I promise that if you try them out, you'll start to see the professional world differently. And more importantly, they'll start to see you differently. So this video is part of my series on persuasive storytelling, because to get anything done in our careers, we need other people. And so the question we're trying to answer here is, can I convince others to join me? And what I want to talk about today is one of the times that persuasive storytelling is the most important, and that is in an interview. When you're looking for a new job, they've seen your resume, they have a sense of what you can do, but now it's up to you. You have to go in and communicate to them your value, convince them that you are the right person for the job. And what I want to talk about today is one of the common misconceptions, and that is the interview is about learning about you, right? And the reality is it's not really about you. It's about whether you can solve their problem, which is a slightly different way to think about it, and I'll talk about how that affects the way you interview in a minute. But first, let's take a step back. Why do people hire? People hire because there is a problem, and a problem that they want to solve, and they think the way to solve that is to pay somebody, hopefully you, money to solve that problem, right? If I'm a business owner and everything's going great, why am I going to hire new people, right? If nothing's wrong, why am I going to pay extra expense in order to fix something that doesn't need to be fixed? Now, there might be revenue opportunities. I can hire somebody because I want to increase my pipeline. I want to sell more product. Okay, but then it's very clear what I want you to do. I want you to go sell more product, right? But if there's nothing I want you to do, I'm not going to hire. So starting with that, the question you're trying to answer is, are you the right person to solve their problem? And if you believe you are, the job in the interview is to convince them that you are that person. Now, tactically, how does this work? In the interview, what you need to be able to do is connect everything that you say, whether it's a question or an answer, to that problem that they solve, that they need solved. So they ask you a standard interview question. Tell me about a time that you had a difficult coworker and how did you address it? All right, classic behavioral interview question. Most people talk about themselves. So they say, well, let me tell you about situation X. This was the background. This is what I did. This is how I resolved it. And now we're best friends. And that's where they end it. So all they did is explain a story about what they did, which kind of answers the basic question, but doesn't answer the underlying question, which is, can you solve my problem? And so the way you start to connect those dots is when you finish your story, you say, and that is why I'm so excited about the role here at Company X, because I think I can bring those relationship skills to help you resolve the problems that you have here. Now, hopefully you asked a question to figure out what kind of problems they solve, but if you see what I did there, I basically finished the story and then made the direct connection and said, and that is why I'm so excited to bring those skills to you in this role where I think I can help improve your customer relations, right? If it's a customer problem, I can turn around this relationship for you. That's my skill set, that's what I'm uniquely good at, and I can do that for you. So you always need to be thinking about how do you take the skills that you have, the stories that you're telling, and connect it to the problem that they're having. So what happens if you don't do this? If you don't do this, unfortunately, you're just like everybody else. So imagine, again, the hiring manager sitting through 10 interviews of people talking about all the stuff they did, right? While interesting, again, that's not what they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out, can you solve my problem? So if you just talk about stories, you're hoping that they connect the dots, but they may or may not, right? So you're leaving it to chance on whether or not they got the point of your story, and they will connect the dots internally to the problem that they are trying to solve. Instead, make it much more active. Don't assume anybody's going to connect anything. As I said, they're probably on their 10th interview, they're probably tired, they probably read 100 resumes, and it's all blending together, right? So what you want to do is make that active connection, make it easy for them by telling them why this story, why this skill applies and can help solve their problem. So that's it. That's the idea. So what's the exercise? Practice, or next time you're in an interview, remember, don't just talk about yourself. Connect your story to how you can solve the problem for them. So try it out. Let me know in the comments how it goes. And as always, your career is a journey. And if you need help, it's good to rope in a friend, or you can hire a coach. And if you want to chat with me, feel free to go to drewsauer.com and schedule some time for us to chat. I look forward to seeing you next time.